hippos, wandering freely, frolicking with their little hippo toes in the lush, water-rich regions of Africa, their little tails flipping around. This is where rivers wound through meadows and deep woodlands. Hippos, they're semi-aquatic. They're mammals. They flourish in their aquatic environments, and they've done so for generations, becoming an integral part of both human societies and local ecosystems. Hippos were important to many people who lived in these areas, including native inhabitants and later colonial settlers. Hippopotamuses were revered for their magnificent and formidable demeanor, but they were also useful since their meat could be eaten. What about hippos became the query during Christian observance seasons like Lent, when eating meat from land animals was forbidden. Their regular submersion in water and their abundance in some areas led to a very interesting cultural adaptation. Some began to classify hippos as fish, which permitted the consumption of their meat during Lent. Despite its seeming unconventional, this classification demonstrated how creatively people have been able to adapt to their surroundings and religious traditions. Again, this is not filet mignon. It's hippo. It's now considered fish in the story. Eating hippos, which is sought to be similar to fish, became a workable way to comply with fasting laws during Lent. Hippopotamus flesh was sought after by both settlers and native tribes as a protein source during periods of fasting and abstinence. Eating hippos, which are categorized as fish, is a custom that provides insight into the relationships between the people and the environment, as well as the fluidity of cultural change. The fact that flesh from hippos is classified as fish illustrates that connections do exist between people, animals, and ecosystems that they live in, especially in light of Africa's many cultures and beautiful landscapes. The lowly little hippo emerges in the story as a fascinating illustration of how cultural traditions change in reaction to circumstances. These are Interesting Things with JC.